Hi everyone, today I'm going to be talking about video compatibility and video labeling on Datature's Nexus platform. So what we're going to start off with is a project which has a shark video already uploaded. It's an MP4 file, so that's currently what we support right now, and it contains two sharks swimming. So when I click on the asset, it brings me to the annotator, and the first thing I have to do is add a tag name. So I'm going to be adding shark_1 to represent one shark, and I'll be adding another tag later. So the first thing that you can do on the video annotator is go between frames. So you can go through either clicking the arrow key buttons, or you can use the hotkeys E and Q to go back and forth individually. You can also use your cursor to hover over individual frames and see specifically what they are, and also use the scroll bar at the bottom to access all the frames in the video. So the video annotator also supports video playback as well. So that means that you can play the video without any jitter or lag, just like any other video editor or video player. And this allows you to seamlessly go between selecting individual frames to look at them as a still image or play them as normal. I also want to talk about our video settings. So we provide playback settings and timeline settings. Right here I'm adjusting the speed to be like 0.25 times, and you can see that the video is reflecting that it's playing much slower. We also support the image settings that are typically on our image annotator, so you can adjust brightness, contrast, saturation, all things that you may want to change based on your use case. And you can see that the video frames reflect that and can still be played as per normal. The last thing that I want to show is the timeline settings, which have to do with the video bar at the bottom. So you can zoom in, and this allows you to select individual frames much more easily, and also zoom out. And the zoom out will also allow you to look at the video from a much more macro perspective and see more frames. The last thing that I want to point out is how to swap back between the asset bar and the video bar. So you can select the two buttons at the bottom, the left one being the asset bar and the right one being the video bar. So now we're going to switch over to actually annotating the video on our annotator. So I want to mention firstly that the user experience for image and video annotation is largely the same, so you can still use the same image annotation tools that we typically would use, like rectangle, polygon, paintbrush, freedraw, or IntelliBrush, which is what I'm using now, which is our AI-assisted tool for making pixel-perfect masks. So I'm going to make another tag here, shark_2, for labeling the second shark, once again with IntelliBrush, and you can see that it's really speeding up the process. So now I'll be going to the adjacent frames and just continuing to annotate the different sharks. And you can see also at the bottom on the video bar that there are now two rows, each row indicating the different classes that are annotated on the video. And there's a colored line segment that also shows persistently where annotations are being made, and the colors reflect which class they are. So that way you can easily see just from the video bar and without navigating to the actual frame which frames you've actually annotated and what classes are actually in those frames. And this really simplifies the process of annotating if you're using multiple annotators, or if it's a really large video as well. So while I finish off annotating the rest of the frames, I also want to talk about a few things about uploading videos onto our platform. So besides uploading them on local file storage, we actually also support syncing from other cloud storage providers, such as our S3 connection. The other thing that I want to mention is that the way that we define asset quotas for videos is slightly different from our images. So considering the fact that the videos are just considered as a collection of frames for the rest of the machine learning pipeline, we do the equivalent definition in our asset quota. So when you upload a video, we consider the number of frames in that video as how much should be deducted from the quota itself. So now that I've annotated all the frames, you can see that there's a colored line segment It's much larger than before, and you can see all the annotations being rendered on each frame as you navigate between them. You also show that you can actually play the video as well while rendering the annotations just as smoothly. And this allows you to play the video with the annotations on without any latency or lag issues. So I'm just going to reset everything to default so that you can see what it would look like if the video is playing at its original speed. If you want to try it out for yourself, please sign up at nexus.datature.io. If you want to learn more about our platform, please go to developers.datature.io. And finally, if you have any questions for the Datature team or want to discuss use cases with other users on the platform, please join our community Slack.